Hey guys, it's Vox here with another video, and welcome to episode 11 of The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask. In the last episode, we completed Woodfall Temple and defeated the boss there, Odawa, and we just now came out to this room, right after defeating the boss. But before we go out, there's something we need to do in this room. So you want to slash your sword with that, and we find a Deku in here. What? Who are you? Link, pleased to meet you. I am the Deku Princess. So this is the person we came looking for, actually, from the monkey that had told us to come here for her. Were you by chance asked by that monkey to come oh, there you go. Aha! Just as I suspected. You see, your body smells a little bit like monkey. What a compliment. So, the monkey has made it back fine after all. That's good. I was worried that when I didn't come home, my father would think that the monkey had kidnapped me. I was worried that my father would even go as far to punish the poor monkey. Don't tell me. Are you serious? Is father actually doing that? Yet another hasty decision, father. And she is not happy about what her father's doing. Whoa! Well, we haven't had any time. Wait, we haven't had any time to lose. Haven't any time. Whatever. Quickly, Mr. Link, could you play could you find some? Quickly, Mr. Link, could you please find something to carry me in so you can take me to the Deku Palace? Right. So she is too excited or distraught or whatever to actually follow us to the Deku Palace. So we're going to use our fairy, even though we have completely full health, and then we're gonna put her in the bottle. Yeah, really. You put the Deku Princess in a bottle. I mean, really. There's no time to lose. Take me to the palace. We're not actually gonna take her to the palace right away, to be honest. There's one thing that we need to do. If you remember, the Great Fairy that we were collecting the stray fairies to cure the Great Fairy again, and we have caught all 15 of them. So we should pay a visit to her fountain. So her fountain is just over here. Now, if you notice this water, now that we're out here, this water is clear, so you can actually swim over here if you want. But, I mean, like as a human. But, I mean, it's not going to really help you since you actually have to do this Deku Flower stuff to get over there. Now, last episode I said that chest that you can't actually see because of the draw distance, there it is, that chest we couldn't get to at the time. That was my way of, and it wasn't last episode, it was the episode before last. That was my way of saying I don't want to get this now, but we can. All you have to do is just get in this flower and then turn around and do that, so we'll go ahead and get that. Now, I don't actually remember what's in here, to be honest, so we'll find out. Blue rupee? Really? Okay, whatever. Anyway, that there is where we need to get to. That's the Great Fairy's fountain. She's always in a cave. They never, like, have, like, shrines or and isn't that like that's a reoccurring theme in Zelda, really, is that the Great Fairy is in a cave. I'm trying to think of one where she's not. I mean, like she's this like fairy of like power or wisdom or whatever. I mean, she should at least have some kind of shrine. I mean, there should be. I would think that there's people in Hyrule or Termina or someone that would worship Great Fairies. I mean, not that I would, just look at them, but... And here we are, trading our stray fairies in. Now, I don't know why we wouldn't trade them in for this thing, but we have to. Oh, strong young one, I am the Great Fairy of Power. Thank you for returning my broken and shattered body to normal. As thanks, I grant you my prowess with this new sword technique. You mastered the spin attack. So, if you recall, even though I didn't use it much, we had a spin attack before that could use magic, but now we can charge it up a bit longer and give it a bigger radius and more power overall. So, go back to human. Well, first of all, we can just do the normal spin attack, and as you can see, it's orange, actually, instead of blue. Or you can hold it down. There's your blue one. Or you can hold it down even longer. And there's the orange one. So, we've got just a better spin attack. That's pretty much all it is. So we're gonna go back to Deku. And we want to come over here. Basically, we're just making our way around the map counterclockwise. And that was a bad idea. Okay, so there is a piece of heart here, actually. If you look on the map, you can see that there's 2 chests that we haven't found yet. One of those is that piece of heart, which is that chest up there, and I almost fell off, which would have been bad. Alright, oh, and I just fell off. Okay. So in here is that piece of heart. Alright, and this is our 9th piece of heart. So, we are starting a new container. As you can see here, we just got that other one a couple episodes ago. So, yeah. Oh, something I should mention. Now that we've gotten more items since I first showed you this, this GUI, I'm pretty sure I showed you that the Bomber's Notebook is here. We can access it from our inventory. Obviously, the piece of hearts. Here we have Odawa's remains. This is where you can keep track of the remains we collect. We've got a current sword, shield, quiver, and what is going to be bomb bag. That's actually what we're gonna do in this later in this episode. And these have your songs. So if you forget a song, you can play it, and it'll show you how it's played. So this is every song in the, well, the songs you have unlocked, but I mean ultimately every song that you can learn is going to be here. So the just the general ones that you learn outside of the, not the storyline, but there's just like general ones having to do with stuff are on the top row, and they're white, and then there's going to be colored ones down here on the bottom row that have more importance. I mean, they're all important, but it's hard to explain. Veteran Majora's Mask players know what I mean. So here's the second chest with, I believe, a red rupee. And I'm right. So 20 rupees, that's not bad considering we're close to broke compared to where we should be. I think we might actually have enough to finally get the bigger wallet that I've been wanting. So that's something that we can also do in Clocktown. And it's raining here, so it's the second day. For a second I thought that time wasn't slowed down, that would have been bad, but it is, we're good. So right now we're heading back to the Deku Palace to return the, and I'm going the wrong way. I thought it was that way for some reason. Going back to the Deku Palace to return the Deku Princess. And for people who played Majora's Mask, you may be wondering when I'm gonna do that place. It's a, well, for those who don't know, it's a spider house, and there's 2 of these in the game, where basically you go inside and there's a whole bunch of gold Skulltulas, and you have to kill all of them and you get a prize. I'm gonna do both of those, probably both of those in one episode later. So, yeah, I'm not gonna get that now. The prize isn't like, it's not required. So, it's a side quest. I'm not really gonna focus on side quests right now. Probably after I beat the next temple, I'll do more side quests, but until now, not really. Oh, so as you can see here, the monkey is just about to be boiled, so that's great. So we're gonna run over to the king, if these guys would stop yelling punishment, and we're going to pull the Deku Princess out of our bottle, or more like pour her out, even weirder. Oh, my princess, my darling princess, are you alright? I was so worried. Foolish father. And all the Deku start freaking out. What are you doing? Let that monkey go this instant. Oh, Mr. Monkey, I am truly sorry. Father does such rash things when he's worried about me. I understand, Princess. Forget about that. Has the temple been returned to normal? Why, yes, thanks to Mr. Link here. I'm very, truly grateful. Really? So you're called Link, are you? Thank you for helping me, for keeping your promise to me. Where did I get helping from? As a symbol of our gratitude, our butler has prepared a little something for you. Please accept it. You'll find him in the shrine that will be to your right when you leave the palace. Right, so we have pretty much completed our events here at Woodfall. Well, we've completed all the required events. Like they said, the butler has a special task for us, so what we want to do is come over here to the right and follow these lily pads, and this here says Deku Shrine. Ahead. Forgot the ahead. So this is not required, but it's definitely a must. Not necessarily even for completionists, but the prize is it's worth getting. I'll talk about it once we actually get it, because I don't want to spoil everything. So here's the Deku Shrine and the Butler, who is a really awesome character, by the way. Link, I am truly thankful for what you have done for the princess. As a sign of my gratitude, we Deku have prepared something that we think may assist you. I will lead you to it. Please follow me. So, this is basically one of those following quests. There was one of these in Ocarina of Time as well. You're following Dampe under the graveyard. It's not a race. You do not have to beat the butler there. In fact, it'd probably be difficult to. You just want to follow him and not lose track of him. There's going to be doors closing behind you, well, like you may have just heard. And it's essentially a maze. You don't want to get lost, and there's going to be a couple of minor puzzles ahead. These scrubs also won't hurt you, so you won't need to worry about that. Here I'd switch to human and jump over these quicker. I don't even think you can as a Deku, to be honest. There's some rupees there. They're completely not worth getting, though. They're only one each, and, I mean, yeah. And, of course, those red rupees over there, if you're desperate for money, go ahead and get it, but I'm not going to, even though we are kind of desperate for money. Now, oh, sorry, this is actually, a lot of people think that it's better to go human Link here, but the Deku can jump on water, so, which is a lot quicker than swimming. And the Deku's spin attack is also faster than Link's roll, so keep that in mind. This is a set path, by the way, so, I mean, technically you could follow this guide, but, I mean, you could use this video as a guide. It's not like he randomly changes it, but it's fairly simple as long as you don't lose him, and so, some of the corners are kind of difficult, like here, you know. If he would have to turn another corner, then maybe you would lose him, but it's more or less a simple race, if you want to call it a race. And we are almost done. What you want to do here is take advantage of your newly found weapon, being the bow and arrow. You want to shoot that switch. And you're going to jump over here. Once again, human is much better for this kind of task. And I believe we are almost done. Yes, here it is. Now we can talk to him. Well done, Link. Now, here's the item I promised. Please accept it. And we get the Mask of Sense. This mask heightens your sense of smell. So, actually, when I see you, I am reminded of my son who left home long ago. Somehow I feel as if I am once again racing with my son. I'm afraid I may have tried too hard to outrun you, As old as I am, I still feel a fast competitor, just like when I raised my son. Please forgive my rudeness. Right, so there, before I get into the mask, there are several theories, because that's really as direct you're gonna get about who his son is. But if you remember in the very first episode, there was like an old tree with the face on it that looked a lot like a Deku. There are a lot of theories that that tree is actually the dead body, like the dead being of which this Deku form came from, the form that you grasp. If you remember, like with Kamaru, when we played the Song of Healing, then he turned, or his soul left, and he was left as a mask, right? So, hold on, I'm gonna play the Song of Sword in Clocktown, by the way. Anyway, his soul left the world, but it was left as a mask. So, there are rumors that possibly the Happy Mask Salesman played the Song of Healing to this Deku, left the mask, and Majora got a hold of his soul, and planted it upon Link, and that's how he was able to turn him to a Deku. Anyway, back to where the Deku Butler comes into this. They say that that shrub Deku thing there could possibly be the Deku Butler's son. That was probably a really confusing way of explaining that, but whatever. There we are. Right, so there's two things we want to do. Both are in West Clocktown. So if you remember, in a couple episodes ago when we took a break from Woodfall Temple and came here, one of the things we did was save the bomb lady from Seiken. So if we go into the bomb shop, welcome. I always found like a bit strange. As you can see, we have a big bomb bag for 90 rupees. Now, normally, she would still have a bomb bag here, but it would only be a normal size, and it would hold, I believe, 10 bombs. Of course, it'd be cheaper, but much less convenient. So we're going to go ahead and buy that. Thank you very much. And that's all we have to do here. Let's see what this guy's up to. Hello? Did you come to buy a powder keg? This is just between us, but I have a huge bomb that this shop doesn't even carry. Why would you, like, kind of, like, smuggle shopping, like sell stuff in the shop that you're trying to compete with? I mean, that doesn't really make sense that he's secretly selling a bomb product in the legal bomb shop. Oh, but my product is so heavy, I don't think you can carry it. I'm sorry I even brought it up. Better be sorry. Something interesting to note here is that in this corner, there are some papers here. So you can see, planned moon trip, experiment memo, try using bomb-powered flight. So, and if we look at the picture, it's like, it's an actual rocket ship. So, I mean, there's a lot of clues like this around Termina as well that really make you think that Termina is definitely more technologically advanced than Hyrule. Hyrule's still like a very medieval city, country, but I mean, Termina has a lot of this kind of stuff. Let me pause it. Let me just take a look to see my balance. I have 143. Okay, yeah, never mind. We don't need to do that yet. So, what we're gonna do now is... not that way. Well, I guess we could. But we're not going to. We want to head to North Clocktown. Because we're going to go north now and go to the mountains. Which, if you remember, was the second location that Tail had mentioned in her rant up atop the clock tower. She said swamp, mountain, ocean, canyon. We've gone to the swamp. Next step is the mountain, as you can see straight ahead here. Oh, hold on. Oh, those are just backdrops. I thought that black thing back there behind the mountain was like a landmark. Because there's like one major landmark in the mountain place, but I mean, it was like way far away, so I thought that would be kind of weird. Anyway, these guys are called Dodongos, and there's several ways of killing them. One if you remember, well, these guys were in Ocarina of Time. And, sorry, I'm thinking. And the second boss was the king of these guys, King Dodongo. And the way of killing him was by throwing bombs in his mouth, and he would eat them. So that's one way of killing this thing, is you can actually throw bombs at it, and that would be highly effective. Or you can do what I'm doing and just go around and jump attack its tail, since this is only weak spot. But you have to be careful with its tail that it keeps constantly hitting me with. You either want to block or you want to backflip. Now they explode, and that will hurt you if you're close. So we get a huge rupee for killing them, worth 50 rupees. Yes, really. So that's an example of a way, and I'm gonna get to that in a second. That's an example of a way to rack up a lot of rupees quickly. However, that's not actually the best way in the game, and not my way. But that's definitely a good way. In fact, I'm gonna kill one more, just to get a bit more. Now this one is slightly smaller. This is it called a? Okay, it's not called a baby Dodongo. It's not a baby one actually. The baby ones are a lot smaller, but it's just a smaller Dodongo. I think, okay, that one only takes 2 hits. I don't think this one gives you a huge rupee. I think it's okay. This one gives you a red rupee, so it's still not bad. And what's in this hole here? Actually don't remember. Oh, a couple of Dodongos. I believe we actually get a heart piece from this, although I may be completely wrong, but I don't think I am. So I'm actually gonna, this episode's gonna run a bit long, because this is, I have my episodes planned out, as some of you may know, and I'm about to die. Wow, I didn't even realize that. Now I really could have used that fairy I had. I'm gonna go and use my bombs, actually. Some of you know that I have my episodes planned out, but oh crap! Wow. Okay. Anyway, some of you know that I have my episodes planned out, but this wasn't part of the plan. That turned into a much bigger conversation than I expected. Okay. Well, we're gonna go back down there now. Actually, before I do that, let me show you what this ocarina thing is over here. So, this is... Hold on, let's actually turn around so we can see it. Although... Okay, whatever, I already know the song. Basically, you'll see these around Termina. I think there's maybe 1 or 2 more. But you play the ocarina song and it gives you rupees. Now, they're randomly generated, but it seems to have a high chance of playing songs from Ocarina of Time. Kind of strange. That is the Bolero of Fire, which is the song you get for entering the Fire Temple. And you only got 3 rupees. I was expecting more, really. Wow, okay. Whatever. Right, so let's try this again. Bombs! You probably have noticed the disadvantage to doing this method is that it takes a lot of your bombs. But I'd rather do that to get one of them out of the way. And that was a terrible time to backflip. Wow. Okay, I'm actually going to... Oh, and crap, I'm gonna waste that 50 rupees, aren't I? Whatever. Why is it not turning around? Okay, so I have 50 rupees to waste that he's gonna drop. Whatever. And I may be completely wrong, and I may not even have to do this, but I'm pretty sure this is a heart piece. I hope it is, because that would have been a major waste of time if it's not. And I'm right, okay. That's something else to check off on my list. So, what I'm actually going to do is do one extra thing that's not actually on my list. I have my list right there, and it's just staring me blindly out. It says, not on your list. You do not do it. That's why this episode's gonna run so extra long. I'm already 6 minutes of when I had planned to stop, because I was running slow earlier as well. And anyway, we're going to go back into Clocktown, West Clocktown actually, so it might as well be quicker to come over here, because this is the west side of Clocktown, thus making it the entrance to West Clocktown. That thing there is a gooey, and it's not a gooey, it's a gway. It's a bird, with a beak, and I don't want it to kill me. Okay, come in here. So now that we have 99 rupees, we can get our wallet that I was telling you about by getting 200 rupees in the bank. Yes, I need something to deposit. So we take a look at us. We have 143, so I need to deposit 57 rupees. And I'm going to do exactly that, because I want to keep some. So, 57. It's a lot. Alright, little guy, now I've got a total of 200 rupees from you. What's this you already saved up to 200 rupees? Yep. Well, little guy, here's your special gift, take it. And now we have the adult wallet, so instead of holding 99 rupees, we can now hold a maximum of 200 at a time. Very nice. So, also, if you notice that the icon on the bottom left, that's showing our currency, the rupee is no longer green, it's now blue. And, yeah. So, now is probably a good time to end it. Well, actually, a good time to end it was about 8 minutes ago. But, whatever. So, in the next episode, we will continue up to the mountains and see what is up there for us after I kill this choo-choo with one sword blow and not even dropping a heart. And I need to get more bombs. And I just did. What's in this grass? Oh, there's some arrows. Bombs. I almost have full bombs. Hey! Hey! Okay, I am seriously running this episode too long. Okay. Thanks for watching. See you guys in the next video.